Back to action now for Manchester United. It is the Premier League. After a horrendous performance in the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea, which was really disappointing because it was a great chance and opportunity to win a trophy to feature against Arsenal in the FA Cup final, which on paper we would have been favourites going into that, which would have been great to see Manchester United potentially win it again, because we've only won it once in so many years, but it wasn't to be. Thoroughly deserved to get knocked out, and we've got so many question marks to answer after that game, but they're question marks that we knew, to be honest, because I've been saying for weeks about the actual strength of the backup men, that they're nowhere near at the level of which Manchester United should be at in terms of some of them players. Very, very good first 11, a few backup players that aren't too bad, but the drop-off between the majority of the first 11 and the backup players is huge, which is a real conundrum for Manchester United. And when we're in free flow, scoring goals, creating goals, playing our first 11, we've been looking brilliant, we really have. But it's been, when we've wanted to change the team, we just can't do that at this moment in time. And that's where Manchester United have got to go to get to that next level. And as much as I didn't want to lose against Chelsea, it did bring Manchester United back down to earth, that this is still a work in progress. Now, it doesn't mean to say that we're shit and we're never going to be any good. No, I mean, we've been on a 19-game unbeaten run. It's been good. It's been progress. You're going to have these type of results come around. And, I mean, I know a lot of people are pissed off with his team selection and whatnot, but to be honest, we've got to at some point rotate. And the problem is the backup players are just not up to the same standard as some of the first team players. And if we can improve that by bringing 3 or 4 in next season, that will really definitely would change it a lot, because you could have so many better options on the bench. But this game against West Ham has got to be a full strength lineup for Manchester United. It has. There is no options. Whatever our strongest lineup is that we can possibly put out, we've got to be putting it out, because if we lose this game, then the pressure really will be on Solskjaer and Manchester United. Because if we don't finish in a Champions League spot and win the Europa League, for me, it would be seen as a disaster, considering how far we've come of late in the Premier League and in all competitions. To be honest, to not win a trophy and to finish, I think Manchester United should be finishing third. I really do. I think, to be honest, I still think that our squad is probably better than Leicester's and Chelsea's. To be honest, I mean, we beat Chelsea 3 times this season, lost to them once, but certainly our starting lineup. If we put our best starting lineup, man for man, I would say we're probably better than both Leicester and Chelsea. So I think really we should be finishing third. That is my opinion anyway. I think it is close between us and Chelsea at this moment in time, but I do think we're a better team than Leicester. And that has been as the season's gone on, because the team has evolved. Definitely, it has evolved from what it was early on in the season. And if you look at how Manchester United are probably going to line up in this game, okay, Luke Shaw's probably going to be out. I'm not too sure. He probably will stick with David De Gea in goal. I mean, and the centre halves pick themselves at the moment, Lindelof and Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. I mean, that has been pretty much sure. Lindelof, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka has been pretty much the mainstay defence for most of the season when fit. I mean, the majority of them anyway. And the midfield has obviously evolved since. We've had some injuries in midfield as well, with Pogba being out for so long in the season, but bringing Bruno Fernandes in and some good form of Matic. That is a good midfield, and it has come on leaps and bounds in the last 6 to 8 probably weeks over the games. And then the forward line, it's now started to evolve as well. We're now obviously got Greenwood playing regular football for Manchester United, which that has really improved the team. And you look at this team compared to what it was when we last lost a Premier League game, it's like chalk and cheese. It really is. Most of these players weren't even playing, and this is our best starting lineup with Mason Greenwood, Rashford and Martial through the middle. That has really evolved, because earlier in the season we weren't playing them 3 consistently as a 3, with obviously Bruno Fernandes not playing, with obviously Pogba injured as well. I mean, Martial was injured and Rashford was injured a lot. And even when Martial and Rashford were out, we didn't hardly utilise Greenwood early on in the season, which, looking back now, is absolutely fucking ridiculous. No disrespect to the players that are not playing, but Solskjaer is becoming ruthless. He really is, and lately, which is good to see. And hopefully in the summer we can be more ruthless and improve that squad, the depth of the quality of the squad, not necessarily the amount of players. It's more the actual quality on that substitutes bench, which is going to be the main issue for Manchester United. If we sell 5 or 6 players and only bring 3 in, as long as the quality of them are better than the 6 or 7 that are going out, I would be more than happy with that, because some of these players that could be going out of Manchester United aren't even playing for Manchester United. The likes of Smalling, Rojo, Sanchez, I mean Jones never plays, Pereira never plays now, so that won't even matter anyway, and we can bring a couple of younger players through the academy anyway. But that forward 3 going forward just looks so fucking good, it really does, and hopefully it can cause West Ham a lot of problems in this game. They've had a bit of upturn in form recently, Antonio being their main man, scoring 4 goals in a recent game against Norwich, which Norwich obviously got relegated. Scored in a couple of other games as well, and they did beat Watford in their last game out to pretty much, I'm not sure if it's mathematically, but almost mathematically sealed the position for West Ham in the Premier League for another season. So, but Moyes is obviously going to want to go back to Old Trafford, prove a point, get a win over Manchester United, so he's going to be really up for it. But I'm hoping Manchester United can win this game. West Ham have been pretty, on the whole, poor this season, and I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game. I think with the attacking players that we've got, I think we will win this game. One problem could be is if Manchester United are without Luke Shaw at the back, because I thought Brandon Williams wasn't very good against Chelsea. Hasn't played a lot of football lately because we haven't really rotated the side. The fullbacks were poor against Chelsea, which was a problem for Manchester United, but he hasn't played a lot of football lately, Brandon Williams. But hopefully he can be alright enough to play against West Ham, because it does look like Luke Shaw's out. Even though over the last few years I haven't been the biggest fan of Luke Shaw anymore, but he's probably the best option we've actually had at left back so far. So hopefully we can play pretty much the same team we have in recent weeks, get the job done. I mean, if it was a hammer in, if we were to hammer West Ham, we would probably be almost guaranteed a place in next season's Champions League. But we are level on goal difference with Leicester at this moment in time, so we're going to probably still have to get at least a point against Leicester at the weekend to secure it, because even if we win 3, we'd have to win 3 or 4-0 to almost secure it, and even then Leicester could win 2-0 and still get into that 4th position at the weekend. So we've got to just go out there, win this game, really, not too worried about, I mean, if we got a couple of goals up, maybe get a couple more goals just in case it does go to the Goldens. But we really need to get a win in this game and a point in that game, and also hope that Chelsea do lose to Liverpool, just in case if it goes horrendously wrong against Leicester City. You never know, Chelsea could lose their games or not get the win in either of their games, because they've got Chelsea, have got Liverpool away, and then they've got Wolves at home, so difficult games for them. So we will have to wait and see there, but I'm still confident that Manchester United, if we win both our games, I do believe that we will finish 3rd in the Premier League. And if you'd said that to someone 15 games ago in the Premier League, that we would finish 3rd, no one would have believed you. So it is a massive turnaround for Manchester United. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game 2-0. Like the video, subscribe if you're new around here. If you're watching it on Facebook, please do hit the share button and head over to All Things Man United on YouTube and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.